Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All things Middle-earth here, and the devs just posted an update notice in Discord about 2 hours ago. And I was reading through it, and there are actually a few things I'm pretty excited about, so I want to share those with you guys and get your thoughts down below. Some new characters are farmable that I cannot wait to start working on. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, a little bit of an audible here. I actually already recorded and edited an entire video, and it was supposed to be going out 2 minutes ago. I just stopped it. I saw Tana's video breaking down some of the math of Tybep and how long it will take to farm her. We're talking more than 2 years long. I am not currently farming Bolg or Halberad, so I didn't know those were really, really long farms. I knew they were slow, but I'm not using them in any teams, so I'm not slowly watching that happen, if that makes sense. So I just was like, oh, it'll be longer, but whatever. I just saw the math and the feedback suggestion that he was referencing. I will link this down below as well as his video if you want to check those out as well, to make sure you show your support or lack of support for this update. I will note, I guess just based on like the Discord rules, make sure you're following those. I did see one of the mods here or staff members saying not to tag staff members. Just, I guess, spamming or bandwagoning or whatever doesn't speed up the whole process. So feel free to comment on here and make sure to like it and show your support. But there is a process in the Discord. I'm just going to give that disclaimer before people hop in and are saying, well, I'm spamming because I saw Atme said. Not saying to spam or do things the wrong way. But anywho, just very quickly, Bolg and Halberad take, what is it? It is over 1.5 years to go to 7 stars. Tybep is more expensive, and so the math is going to be that it's going to be 2.2 years. I don't know if that's from 0 to 7 or what it, but you know, the first couple stars some of us might have, like myself, I've got her at 4. Maybe you spent money and got her at 5. Obviously still the big bulk is in the 6 and 7 stars, so it's going to be a significant amount of time, and I just wanted to make sure that was known. Hopefully that gets changed or addressed by, you know, means of, you know, it being cheaper, there being more places to get the challenge store currency, or her being put somewhere else as well. I'm not sure, but it does seem like when things have been brought up, like the bomber in chapter 1, for example, being so RNG, they said, hey, we hear you, we're working on it, and they changed it, and I think it was a good change. So just based on their experience in this game, I'm hoping that they do see this and go, oh yeah, you know what, that math doesn't make sense, let's change it. But I just wanted to put this at the beginning of the video so that everyone can see what the actual math is behind that. Again, I'll link this, I'll link Tana's video, so show your support in the article and on his video as well, but didn't want to glaze over that. So that is that. Now on to the rest of the video. Okay, we're going to go in order that these were announced. Again, some of these are more important than others, but just want to make sure you guys are up to date so you can have the best experience possible with Heroes of Middle-earth. First of all, we have 2 new marquee adventures starting. First in 19 hours and the next one in 7 days and 19 hours, at least of this being recorded. So knock a few hours off for the editing process here. But we have Orophin and Rúmil who are coming to the game as marquee characters to be used in the Lord Ballin team. So if you're interested in those, make sure you play during those marquee periods. Speaking of events that are also back, this is actually out of order, but we're right here already. Lord Elrond is coming back to the game at the end of the month, or the beginning of next month, actually, in 2 weeks, 14 days and 19 hours from right now. On November 1st, he is coming back to the game. Now, if you did not get him, I would seriously suggest doing so. He is such a great leader and brings his team together, and they're very, very usable in almost every aspect of the game. They may not be the very top team for any specific area, but they're so well run that they do really well and compete with the best teams in the game. So definitely try and get Elrond if you have not already. You need 5 elves at 5 stars to do so. You're getting a lot more options in the game, so you can pick and choose who you want to go for, or whoever is the quickest farms for you. If you're like me and you got him in the first go round at 5 stars, if you get your whole team to 6 stars or 7 stars, the 5 elves you're going to use, then you can bump him up a star as well. So that's what I'm personally going to try and do. I've got Elro here already done at 7 stars. I'm trying to bump Eladin to 6 stars. I think I'm going to try and bump Legolas to 6. And then I'll probably have to bring up Naramir from the guild shop. And then we'll pick between, it'll probably end up being Arwen if I can do it. But either way, Elrond is seriously one of the best teams in the game. And he works in so many areas. So cannot suggest enough, if you're not going for Elrond, make sure you start doing so. If you haven't started at all, you will definitely not get there in 2 weeks. But start now, so the next time he comes around, hopefully you're really ready to get at least a 5-star Elrond. The next thing, and one of the biggest things in my opinion, is a Shadow and Flame chapter. Chapter 4 is now available in the game for the Mines of Moria raid. Our group currently has 3 hours and 6 minutes as of recording left in chapter 3, so we timed it up. So we're going to get to start chapter 4 in about 4 hours here. So stay tuned to the channel. I'll be doing videos and live streams covering that chapter. And now that we have all 4 chapters, we can start putting some more guides out that kind of talk through each chapter, which teams are best, all that kind of good stuff. So you can know as a new player which teams are best to farm, who do the best in the most chapters. But chapter 4 is here. So that means you can also get more reward chests for your guild. So if you've been stuck and, not able to get the 2nd chest, for example, or not the 3rd or whatever it is, adding an entire new chapter is going to help all those guilds bump up and start getting some more things. So I know my guild for sure is hopefully going to get the at least tier 3 rewards here, which 5 Gandalf the Grey Shards is not a lot, but it's supposed to be a long-term thing. So I'm sure there are definitely higher end guilds that are going to start getting 15 or whatever it is. But again, I'm happy with this. It means that this whole raid segment is completed, which means we can look forward to a new piece of content coming to the game. So hopefully we have a road ahead very soon, confirming what exactly that will be. But I would love for some multi-team PvP or other things like that to be introduced. We have more stuff to do on a daily basis. Now, speaking of raids, there are some changes that are being made to the raid key system. Previously, if you go through your daily objectives, there were 3 different objectives that as you complete them, you get 3 keys for your team. And then once your team has enough keys, they can launch a raid. They're changing it now so that the only raid key objective you have is arena. If you do your 2 arena battles, you're going to get 5 keys. And every team, as long as you have someone logging in during the day, is going to get 150 keys daily. The idea behind this is to help teams that are a little bit less active, maybe not on every single day, or maybe it's a smaller team, whatever it is. It's to help them be able to get more keys and launch raids a little bit more frequently. They do a comparison here and tell us that previously we could get 324 keys per day. Now we can get 330. So we're not losing anything. And for maybe those mid-level like activity guilds, they'll be able to launch raids more often, which I think is a pretty good thing. And again, if you're in a guild where people do kind of miss their keys more often than not, more raids, it means more rewards for you. So it's a win-win. Again, if you're playing this game, I would suggest getting in the most competitive guild you can get in that kind of fits with your roster level, because I think you'll have the best experience. More rewards means you can gear up more characters and do more yourself. So definitely get in a guild if you're not in one or not in a competitive one, but that is the change to raid keys. Now, the last major thing I want to talk about, and this is the thing I'm the most excited about, I won't lie, the Haradrim characters, Type the Sage and Beckaloo, came to the game as marquee characters, meaning if you opened their packs, if you spent money, you could get them unlocked. Now, I did not open their packs. I did get the $20 pack that they each had that gave you their 4th star, but that was it. After the Lord Elrond team, I really just did not want to spend several $100s to get a character to 5 stars. And the Haradrim have kind of been hit or miss for people. My understanding is mechanically they are still the best team for Chapter 2 of the raid, because the Black Serpent's Poison is the only thing that can prevent the troll from really ramping up and just eventually crushing your team. So I do think they're going to be the best team for Chapter 2. I just think they need a little bit more than a lot of people have for them. So we're talking high stars or even higher gear, whatever it is. So the fact that they're farmable right now is a very, very good thing, because that means for me, I can at least get the whole team to a baseline of 5 stars. I'm going to keep pushing Wabet up here, who's at 6. We're going to push him to 7. And the really, really nice thing is, in my opinion, these are way better spots than the elves got for theirs. First of all, Beckaloo here we have on the guild campaign, on 4-7 guild campaign. If you farmed any characters in the guild and the guild campaign, you know they're super easy. My only other character I farmed there has been Elrond here. He's been 7 stars for months. So Beckaloo for me is going to be going very quickly to 7 stars, which again is just going to help all around with what she does for the team. So very excited about that. We then have Type the Sage, who is farmable from the challenge store. You can get either 2 or 5 from the challenge store. Previously, this was just Halbarad and Bolg. So we're adding another one there. This one might be a bit slower. For me, I'm going to start saving all my challenge points just to go to her. And I might refresh it if I end up getting a lot of those points going, because sometimes I've just been buying whoever's there. So this one could be a little bit slower, but I'm very happy with the fact that Beckaloo is going to be in the guild store, because again, I've already spent a little bit on this team and I want them to do well. And I feel like they have potential in a few chapters, but especially in Chapter 2, they should be the team that is going to just crush that chapter. So very excited that they are now farmable. But that will do it for me in this video. Let me know which aspect of this update you are the most excited for down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in a future video.